Good day, Libra, and welcome to my channel. This is your weekly reading for July 7th to the 13th. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this reading resonates with you. Let's go ahead and check out your affirmation for the week. I create a safe and secure space for myself wherever I am. I create a safe and secure place for myself wherever I am. Universe speak, spirits guide. What needs to be known? What lessons need to be learned? Broken communication. Yeah, you need to seek out wisdom. Now, you're going to have broken communication pretty much through the whole week, this being your main energy, and it just suggests that you seek out wisdom. The person that knows the most about whatever the subject matter is of the conversation, if it's about math, you go and talk to whoever you know that knows the most about math, right? That's what you do there, and they should be able to help you fix any broken communication throughout the week here. At the beginning of the week, you got the 10 of clubs. You're fed up. There's some kind of burden that you are fed up with, and you might be feeling like giving into it, but you need to not, because it's coming to an end. Don't give in, all right? Don't give up. Also understand that a lot of times when it comes to burdens, we have the power to remove burdens out of our lives. I know there are some burdens that you just can't, but I would say most burdens, it's in our power to remove them, okay? And there's even some that people absolutely think that they cannot remove, but you can. You can, all right? So just keep that in mind, all right? That whatever this burden is, definitely don't give in to it. But also make sure that there isn't some sort of way that you can either make the burden less heavy, or you can actually just remove the burden altogether. And sometimes when you find the answer to remove that burden, it's not always going to be the answer that you want, right? Most of the time it won't be the answer that you want. That just like in life, everything works out, just probably not in the way that you want it to. In the middle of the week, you got celebrate life. Yeah, celebrate your life. Celebrate the blessings that you already have, and don't worry so much about the wants. Okay, what we want is always going to be there. What we want, there's always going to be more of it. Okay, your needs is what matters. And also, when this card comes up, a lot of times it means that you're like over obsessing or working too much to try to get those wants, and you're kind of wearing yourself down, and you need to not do that. You need to be resting right now, okay, and not worrying about the wants. You have your needs, all right? Count the blessings that you already have. You know, roof over your head, food in your belly, whatever they may be. Everybody's got blessings. I don't care who you are. You got some kind of blessing in this world. Even some of the worst conditions, there's usually, I'll say usually, there's usually some sort of blessing that you can look into. At the end of the week, sincere, unconditional love. Yeah, so if you're with somebody, I wouldn't be surprised if they ask you to marry them. Okay, so there's a very good chance that, you know, your spouse is going to pop the question. Now, if you're not with somebody, then this could be somebody coming in with sincere, unconditional love that really wants to lock a relationship down with you. Now, if you're not looking for a relationship and you're not wanting to be in a relationship, this could be a number of things that you're just having a sincere, unconditional love for, and you're wanting to lock it down, you know, like you're wanting to make a commitment to whatever this may be. Bottom of the deck, you got stop. You're doing too much for others. I would say that this also has to do with the 4 clubs here, that you're doing too much to try to get those wants, all right? You need to think about your priorities. It looks like your priorities are not doing well because of this extra shit that you're doing, okay? Even if the wants are for you, that's still not your priorities. Your priorities aren't your wants, okay? So you need to cut that fat off. And a lot of times this is talking about a person or a job or something like that, but I think this is more so talking about you overworking yourself to get your wants. All right, and right now that is not what needs to be happening. You need to think about number one, think about yourself, your real priorities, and also I get health. I'm getting health. You need to worry about your health. You need to get your health checked out. Stop doing so much for other people and start taking care of you, like really taking care of you. Okay, the wants, like I said, will always be there, and there will always be more wants. All right, so definitely do not kill yourself over things that don't really matter that much, right? I can hear people going, what do you mean it don't matter? It matters to me. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Is it good for your mind, body, or soul? Is it good for your life in general? Like, actually, like, bringing you up or making you healthy or anything like that, right? If it doesn't, then it's just a want, right? If it's like a new pair of shoes or a game or whatever you're wanting, it's not something that you absolutely need, okay? So stop doing it. Stop working so much at that. Rest and cut that fat off. Let's go ahead and see what the writer cards have to say. Ooh, the Fool. Okay. So there is a leap of faith here that you got going on. A positive risk ahead of you that you could take. And your past, though, the dog here represents the past. And the dog's trying to stop you from going over that cliff, trying to stop you from taking that leap of faith. And I would say that this is the burden trying to stop you, okay? Whatever this burden is, that's what I think is trying to stop you here. And you need to say goodbye to that burden. You really do. I really think with this card coming up that you do have a way that you can stop the burden. And I feel like it's going after whatever's in front of you. It could be anything. It could be a new job. It could be a new person in your life. It could be a new place you're going to move to or whatever. And your past is trying to hold you back from that. And all you have to do to remove that burden, I feel, is actually take the risk. Take the risk on whatever this is. It's a risk, right? So, but it's a positive risk. So however it ends up, it's still going to be positive. It might just not happen the way that you want it to happen. But the sun is telling you to go forward and take that leap of faith. And I'm telling you, if you go forward and take that leap of faith, I feel like it's just going to remove that burden. Or at least, lighten the load from that, right? And it looks like travel, you got the Chariot here. So travel might be part of all of this. You might be traveling somewhere. Maybe you're going somewhere new. Maybe you're moving somewhere new, or maybe you're going to meet somebody somewhere. But either way, this could be work too. Maybe you got a new job and it deals with traveling. And if you're not traveling, then I suggest that you do travel, okay? And like the Chariot, you want to go forward. Go forward on that leap of faith. Push forward, push through all the bullshit, like the burden and the broken communications, and move forward, make a commitment to that, of moving forward in your life. Make a commitment to that. That's what I think you need to do, is that whatever the leap of faith is, you would know what the leap of faith is in front of you. You need to go for it and really commit to it. That's how I'm feeling here. Let's see what the Poe cards have to say. Temperance. Yeah, temperance. You got to put the work in, right, to get that wish fulfillment. So there is a wish that you want to have happening here. Like I said, it could be anything: job, moving, or like a relationship or something. And you need to mix up the ingredients. You need to mix up the recipe for this. And that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the burden, I feel like you do have the ability to remove the burden from your life, and that's mixing it up, checking everything out, seeing how it all works, working towards moving on whatever this leap of faith that you have here. That will be part of the ingredients, and then you mix it up and be like, like, okay, well, I got this that I want to do or whatever, or that I want to move on, but then I got this burden, I got all this other shit. How do I get out of that? And that's what you need to really do. And then the bottom of the deck, you got the Empress. Yes, breathing life into something new. The Empress is fertility. The Empress is birth. The Empress is motherly love. And I feel like, yeah, you're going to give birth to something new. The Fool card is the beginning of the major arcana, and that's basically like a whole new life coming through. And I feel like that's what's happening here. Is like a whole new life. This might be job, relationship, all of it, all of the above, right? It could be that you could be birthing an entirely new life, but you got to make that commitment to make that leap of faith, okay? That's what you got to do here. So I hope this resonated. I hope it helped in some way. If it did, hit that like button, and if you would, please comment, share, and subscribe. I hope to see you back here next week, and until then, stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.